My son thinks his father died overseas. He's alive, and he was the man who came to fix our furnace last winter. The furnace died on a Tuesday, and the repair company sent a man named Dave. I opened the door and my whole body went cold. Older, grayer, a beard now, but I knew that face. I'd married that face. Furnace acting up, he said, down the stairs. I stood at the top of those stairs and watched him work for 40 minutes, and the entire time I kept telling myself I was insane. My husband Ryan died in Kandahar 8 years ago. 2 soldiers came to my door. There was a folded flag. There was a funeral with an empty casket because the remains weren't recoverable. You got a leak in your intake, he called up. Cheap fix. That voice. I'd have known it in the dark. When he came back up, I handed him coffee with shaking hands. You look familiar, I said. Have we met? He smiled. Easy. I've got one of those faces. Then my son Eli came thundering down the stairs, 7 years old, holding the framed photo he keeps on his nightstand. The one of Ryan in uniform. Are you fixing our heater? My dad fixed stuff. He died being a hero. And I watched Dave look at that photo. I watched his jaw move. His eyes went wet for half a second before he blinked it away. That's real brave of your dad, he said quietly. Then he grabbed his toolbox. You're all set, ma'am. He was in his truck before I got to the porch. I didn't sleep for a week. I called the funeral home. I called the VA. I got the same answer everywhere. Closed casket, unrecoverable. I pulled our old bank records, the ones from before he died, and that's when the floor dropped out. 3 months before Kandahar, Ryan had drained our savings. $84,000. Moved to an account I'd never seen. I'd never checked, because why would I check a dead man's accounts? I hired a private investigator with the last of it. 2 weeks later, he called me. Your furnace guy files taxes under Daniel Kessler. But Daniel Kessler didn't exist before 2018. And your husband's death gratuity? $100,000 life insurance? It was paid out to a beneficiary account. Same routing number as the $84,000. He faked it. He staged his own death, collected the insurance, took our savings, and started over 1 town away, fixing furnaces under a dead man's name, while his son slept next to his photograph and called him a hero. So I called the repair company back, asked for Dave, said the furnace was acting up again, worse this time, and could he come Thursday at 6 p.m. He didn't know I'd invited 2 other guests. He knocked at 6:04. I opened the door with Eli beside me holding that same framed photo. Furnace again? He started. No, I said. I just wanted my son to meet you properly. Behind him, 2 men stepped out of the car parked at the curb. 1 VA fraud investigator, 1 county detective. Ryan's face went white. Daniel Kessler, the detective said. Or should we say Sergeant Ryan Mercer? We need to talk about a death benefit. Ryan turned to run and there was nowhere to go. And Eli looked up at me, confused, still holding the photo. Mommy, why does the furnace man look like daddy? Ryan froze on my porch, the detective's hand closing on his shoulder, and finally he looked down at his son. His mouth opened. Nothing came out. Because he is, I said, and he was never a hero. He just left.